Yes, you're through to Ian Lambert.
Hi there, sir. So basically, I've been passed on from my colleague Mark Douglas. It does say here that we have been trying to get in contact with you. However, you have failed security. Is that correct?
No?
So what has gone on in the last phone call, sir?
So what happened in the last phone call?
Yes. So I've just been passed on. I am the manager here at this branch.
Oh, that's good.
The colleague has told
Wonderful.
me he has struggled to actually. Pardon?
I said that's good. Wonderful.
Yes. So the colleague has actually alerted me that he has struggled to identify yourself. So, sir, like I did say, firstly, what I would like to remind you, on behalf of the Think Money Fraud Department, all calls will be recorded for security, training and monitoring purposes. Firstly, I'd like to ask you the reasons why you have failed to identify yourself, sir.
Well, it's quite simple. What I said to him
Yes,
was,
sir.
and I'll tell you exactly what I said to him word for word. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up my other phone and I'm going to phone the bank. And I'm going to do that
Yes,
while
sir.
you're on the phone. Now, if you are a real member of the bank calling me up, you'll have absolutely no problem with that. If on the other hand, you are as bent as a 9 bob note and scammy
Firstly,
bastard,
sir,
then you'll
please
have
do
the
mind
ump.
your language. So please do mind your language, sir, first of all.
Okay.
Like I did say, I'm not asking you for any of your personal or credential information. I am just confirming your identity.
Yeah, you asked
Identity,
for
is
my
that
bank
understood?
account number.
No, so firstly, sir, your bank account number is your own unique number, which we do use to identify each one of our customers with, sir. You can't use anything with that piece of information other than transfer money into the account, sir. You won't be able to actually take any money out.
Really?
Yes,
That's
sir.
interesting because I've known how you can take money out just having somebody's bank account number for the last 30 years.
No, sir. So you can't take out anyone's bank account balance using that account number.
Yeah, you can.
I do understand that you are uncomfortable about this call. So what I will do is just confirm that I am calling on behalf of the Think Money, sir. Firstly, what I will do is just confirm some personal information about yourself, just to confirm that the bank should only have this.
Yeah, go
First
for
of
it.
all, your postcode does end in 5AR, sir, and you do live at number 286.
That is correct.
Yeah. What I'd like to also confirm, sir, your date of birth, the year being 1963, the date being the 13th. I would not like to confirm the month, as I am confirming a bit too much personal information, sir.
Well,
Is
you
that
got one of
understood?
those dates wrong for a start because it's not 63, it's 65.
No, sir. So you do have your date of birth here being 1963.
Okay, well, the date of birth on my driving well, on my, not my driving license
Yes,
anymore,
you
on my
told
passport
correctly,
is
sir. This is
1965.
what you have given to the bank information. Do you understand? So because this is the information you have signed up with, so if it is wrong, that is you are liable for all the mistakes that have been made.
Really?
Yes, sir. So we have run a credit check also just to make sure that all the information is correct. We wouldn't let you open up a bank account with false information, sir. Is that understood?
Yes, I guess that is understood.
So we can go back and forth. It is totally fine, sir. We would like to just confirm some activity that has occurred in your account. No one has confirmed to you, sir, during this phone call that we will be asking you for any of your personal or credential information. We are just confirming some activity that has occurred in your account in the last 24 hours, and we would like to actually just work out if this activity is genuine.
Can you
Is
just
that
listen to
understood?
something for me? Just pause a second. Listen to this.
So, sir, I can hear a phone ringing.
That's right. That's the number you're calling me
Number
from.
you dialed does not exist. Please check and dial again. Sorry. The number you dialed does
So,
not
sir,
exist.
you are ringing the wrong number, sir. So the number is 01617795000, sir.
So why does it say 5001 on my phone?
Yes, so this is the fraud department, so you can never get in contact with the fraud department. You have to be directly transferred through the customer services. You won't have any fraud department number, sir. You won't be able to call us. You will have to go through the customer services, wait in line, and actually ask for the fraud department. Then you will be directly transferred through.
I see.
So I have confirmed every personal detail to yourself, sir. I can't confirm anything else. I do understand that you are uncomfortable, and I have made sure that you are comfortable during this call. But it does not seem like you are trying to cooperate. Is that correct?
It seems like I'm not trying to cooperate. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to, when we've ended this call, because like you, I mean, I don't believe that you're recording the call, but I record every single phone call. Every single phone call that comes in. Can I finish? Can I finish? Every single phone call. Can I finish? If you're from the bank, you'll allow me to finish.
Yeah, so there's absolutely no respect during this phone conversation. So you are not allowing me to speak whether you do want.
Well, I have. I'll allow you to say anything you want, but it's my turn.
So it is just a simple yes or a no if you would like to carry on with this.
Let me finish my. Yes, I would. Let me finish my sentence. Yes, I would. Let me finish my sentence.
Time for you to actually finish off your sentence. Like I did say, I do have several customers in line, and I do have to carry on my job.
Cool. If you let me finish my sentence, I do that a lot quicker than you. So let me finish my sentence, if you don't mind.
So I do mind about that, sir. As I did say to you.
Okay. I'm putting your voice out, mate, and I'm putting £1,000 reward up. What do you say to the fact that I'm putting £1,000 reward up for anybody that recognises your voice?
You can put anything up, sir, so it is totally fine.
Yeah, £1,000 cash. £1,000 cash. You tried to take money out my bank. £1,000 cash. Anybody out there recognises your voice, I'll pay them £1,000 and we'll have you nicked and we'll have you put in the prison. How'd you like that? How'd you like them apples?
So you are trying to report a Think Money member of staff.
I don't believe you are a Think Money member of staff. I think you're a knob.
Like I did say, all calls will be recorded.
Yep.
We do have all your personal information, sir. So if you would like to carry on properly, sir, we can have the police come to your house straight away.
Fantastic.
It is totally fine, sir.
Go for it.
Please do not try to harass me.
I dare you.
Give me any threats.
I dare you. You wouldn't turn up at my house if your life depended on it.
Do you know who you are speaking to, sir? Like
I would smash you into the middle of next week.
Close your bank account because you are being very rude.
You've got no chance on closing my bank account. You've got no chance of taking any money off me. You interrupt too many times. Absolutely do I guarantee I know that you are not from the bank. £1,000 reward I'm putting up in 5 minutes. I'll tell you what, you give me a name and I'll tell you. Cool, you give me your supposed name and that will be on YouTube in 10 minutes. Go on, I dare you. I dare you.
Put it on TikTok, sir. I do not care. I do not honestly care. Put it on TikTok. Put it on all social medias. I don't care. You are speaking to the manager here. You have absolutely lost your head now.
I'm speaking to the dirty cloth. That's what I'm speaking to. Thought you'd get me again. You just don't stop, do they? They just don't stop. It's non-stop. It's almost. I'd say it's almost. I'd say it's almost every day now. To the point where I feel like I'm recognising them within 30 seconds. Now, this is a different mob. This is more people that are at it. You recognise that person? And the number that came up was 0169 799 5001. That's the number that came up. I don't know how they're managing to do that kind of thing with numbers, but, well, what I do know is, I know that when sending an email, when you look at an email and you see who it's from, there is a way, if I wanted to send you an email, when that email lands in your email inbox, that could say, from a tree, for example, right? From argos.com, from lloydsbank.com. There is a way of doing that where you can put in any name you want. And it's not until you actually click on the name and see the physical email address, or if you don't know how to do it, just click reply, right, but don't send anything, just click reply, and then when you click reply, the email address will be a little bit further down. You just scroll down a bit and you'll see the header and the details there. And when you see that email address, if it says Lloyds Bank at the top, but when you look at the email address, it will be gobbledygook.com. That's how you know that that email is fraudulent. and you just forward it then to the spoof people. In fact, I'll tell you what the email. If you ever get a bent email, you just click forward, and you send it to, and I'll tell you what the address is. The address is report, REPORT, at phishing.gov.uk. Phishing is spelled phishing.gov.uk. Report at phishing.gov.uk. So click forward. If you think an email is dodgy, click forward and then type in report at phishing.gov.uk. You only have to do it once. From that moment onwards, all you have to do then is you start typing in REP and it will come up. And what I did was put it in my contacts, saved that email address in my contacts and saved it under a contact name of spoof scam. So whatever I type in, if I start typing in scam or spoof, it comes up with that email address. Boom, and that's where I send the email to. Now, with these phone calls, you can't do that much. But I've got so used to getting these phone calls now that that I have a good idea that the phone call that I've just got is going to be one of them phone calls. Immediately I turn the video on and try and make a recording of it, because what I'm after doing is I'm after getting them to speak. Now and again I get irate, tell them what I want to do to them, I smash them in the face. But you know, if you get them to speak, and then hopefully someone out there, someone knows who they are. Imagine if it was me at it. There are people out there, if they heard my voice in the dark, they know, that's Ian Lambert, that is. You know. Do you know what I mean? There are people out there, if you heard, I tell you who's got a distinctive voice, that Microsoft bloke, Bill Gates. He's got a completely distinctive voice. If you heard his voice in the dark behind you in a queue, you'd know that was Bill Gates. Be like, that sounds like Bill Gates. People have distinctive voices. And if you know the person is, even more so, because you would recognise that voice in an instant. And that's why I make my recordings, because I'm hoping that sooner or later somebody comes forward and says, I know that voice, Ian. Here's the details. And I'll pass those details on to the police nick them, and that person gets £1,000 cash. Boom. I'd rather give them £1,000 than give these knobheads £1,000 of my money. Besides which, I've been having trouble for years anyway, and I am totally convinced that some of these people are something to do with that. You know, but there you go. They're not even good, let's face it. They're not even good. They don't even come across like they're part of a bank. It's almost like that the crooked behaviour has got so blatant that they don't even need to do the job properly. Do you know what I mean? It's like a shoplifter going into a shop, and as we all know, the idea of being a shoplifter is you go in, you nick something, you secrete it without anybody noticing. Right? Nobody noticing. Imagine shoplifting got so blatant that people just went into shops and picked up what they wanted and just went and walked out of it and just like, don't need to hide it, why shall I bother? It's a bit like that. These people, they don't even work for their money. They think they can take it off you so easily, and it makes my blood boil. I would so love to be in a locked room with these people for just 5 or 10 minutes. I really would. They're all cowards. Scumbags and cowards is what they are. Wouldn't know a proper day's work if it jumped up and bit them on the danglies. Anyway. And we got that literally within minutes, or within like half an hour of coming off the live stream. You know, they try and pick their moments, no doubt, but they ain't getting bugger all off me. And don't you let them get nothing off you neither. All right, bye for now. If you recognise that voice, come back to me. EMP Lambert@me.com. Come back to me.